The first battle a warrior fights each day is rarely visible to anyone else. It does not appear in the heat of a duel nor in the words shouted by the crowd. It appears quietly the moment the eyes open. There is a stillness in the morning that most men ignore, a silence that holds a test far greater than any challenge the world can throw at them. The body wants comfort, the mind whispers excuses, and the world outside has not yet demanded action. In that moment, weakness waits patiently, knowing that most men will surrender to it without a fight. Every morning the mind creates countless arguments for delay. Rest a little longer, it says. The day will come soon enough, nothing will change if you remain still for a few more moments. The voice is gentle, convincing, and persistent. Most men obey it. They remain under the warm covers, letting comfort dictate the first action of their day. This seemingly small choice appears insignificant, but it is the foundation upon which weakness is built. A life surrendered in small increments becomes a life where strength is absent. Every time you give in to comfort, you teach your mind to follow rather than lead. You allow hesitation to plant its roots deeply, waiting for the day it will control your decisions in the larger battles of life. The disciplined warrior understands a different truth. The mind is strongest when it commands the body, not the other way around. Rising immediately upon waking is more than an act of obedience. It is the first declaration of control. It is the first proof that will can prevail over desire, that action can precede feeling. Motivation may not be present, excitement may be absent, and the body may groan in protest, but action must come first. Discipline is forged in the act itself, not in waiting for inspiration. When the eyes open, the choice is simple yet profound: surrender or rise. To rise is to confront the first enemy of the day, the one that dwells within the mind. This battle is subtle, yet it is decisive. It teaches a lesson that will echo through every moment that follows. Strength is the result of repeated victories over oneself. The body may wish for comfort, the mind may plead for delay, but the warrior rises regardless. Each morning the mind learns that it is capable of mastery. Each morning hesitation is weakened. Over time the act becomes second nature, and the silence of early hours transforms into a sanctuary of power. By the time the world awakens, the warrior has already proven that he can act when it is difficult, when it is uncomfortable, when the voice of weakness tries to dominate. He enters the day with authority, knowing that the first challenge, the one that defines the rest of his life, has already been won. Those who fail this first test rarely notice its consequences immediately. Their days are filled with reaction rather than choice. They wait for conditions to be perfect, for inspiration to appear, for fear to subside. Their lives drift in the currents of indecision. But the warrior who conquers the first enemy in the quiet moments of dawn moves differently. He is deliberate, composed, and unwavering. Each action is guided by intention rather than impulse. His mind has been trained in silence and solitude, prepared for every external test. When challenges arrive, inevitable, sudden, and demanding, he has already practiced mastery of the most essential battlefield, himself. The habit of victory over the first enemy cultivates something extraordinary, a mind that does not fear difficulty. When the warrior faces obstacles later in the day, his courage is not a fragile flame. It is a flame tempered by repeated acts of conquest over internal weakness. He understands that discomfort is not something to be avoided but an opportunity to prove mastery. He has experienced the resistance of the body, the deceit of the mind, and the temptation to surrender, and he has triumphed again and again. Each victory builds an invisible armor, a certainty in his will that cannot be shaken by circumstance or chance. The silence of early morning is a proving ground where the warrior becomes untouchable. He knows that external threats are easier to confront when the mind has already disciplined itself. The world will test him with chaos, disappointment, and fear, but he has already practiced overcoming these in miniature. The simple act of rising before comfort allows him to carry authority and presence into every subsequent challenge. He walks through the day with an inner calm that others cannot imitate, for they have not faced the quiet, patient enemy that waits at dawn. To master this first battle is to master life itself. Every choice of action over inaction, every refusal to surrender to ease, strengthens the mind, sharpens judgment, and cultivates the resilience that makes the warrior untouchable. While others delay, the disciplined mind has already acted, already claimed the day, and already proven that weakness is powerless when confronted with unyielding will. To rise at dawn is to command oneself before the world demands obedience, to conquer the first enemy before any other can appear, and to lay the foundation for a life that is unstoppable, fearless, and disciplined. Victory begins at the moment the eyes open, and it is there that a warrior learns what it truly means to be strong.